Hi students, welcome to SP Chemistry. So in this session, we will discuss some practical Viva questions. And first one, functional group detection. At the end of this session, you will be acquainted with practical Viva questions based on functional group detection. So let us start question session. Question number 1, what is a functional group? So functional group is an atom or group of atoms that determine the properties of an organic compound is called functional group. So any four functional group, any four, you can say alcohol OH, carbonyl group CO, if H aldehyde, or if both alkyl groups are attached, then ketones. Then you can say carboxylic acid COH group, amines NH2 group, right? In this way any four you can write. Then what is Bayer's reagent? Why is it used? Bayer's reagent is alkaline KMnO4. Alkaline KMnO4, that is potassium permanganate, right? Why is it used? It is used to test the unsaturation. If double bond or triple bond is used, these double bonds or triple bonds decolorizes the color of alkaline KMnO4. So it is used to test unsaturation, presence of unsaturation, right? The next question, which is more acidic, an alcohol or phenol? Remember, phenol is more acidic. Acid means what? It gives H plus ion. So comparatively, phenol is more acidic. So we can write here phenolate ion resonating structure E phenols. It is phenol after giving H plus. It forms what? Phenolate ion. So phenolate ion is stable due to resonance. Here examiner may ask you draw the resonating structure of phenolate ion or phenol. So here phenolate ion. Negative charge comes and this carbon, then this is double bond O, then two other double bonds as such remain in that position. Right. Now I am drawing just resonating structure of phenolate ion. Why phenolate ion is stable? Right? Again, this is the resonating structure of phenolate ion. Then question number 5, why is alcohol dried before carrying out sodium metal test? If alcohol contains some water, if it contains some water, you know very well sodium metal is highly reactive and it reacts with water vigorously and forms brisk effervescence of hydrogen gas. So to avoid this, alcohols must be dried before carrying out sodium metal test, right? Let's come to next question. Question number 6, what is Lucas reagent? Why is it used? So Lucas reagent is equimolar mixture of HCl and ZnCl2 zinc chloride. And why is it used? This is used to distinguish between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. What happens when if tertiary alcohols, let us consider tertiary butyl alcohol. If it is treated with Lucas reagent, it forms what? Turbidity immediately due to formation of tertiary butyl chloride, right? So turbidity appears immediately in case of tertiary alcohols. If you consider secondary alcohols, secondary butyl alcohol, let us consider another one, CH2OH. This is secondary butyl alcohol. Also it forms when treated with Lucas reagent, equimolar mixture of ZnCl2 and HCl. It forms corresponding secondary butyl chloride here, Cl, CH2, CH3. This is secondary butyl chloride, right? Then this turbidity appears after some time, after heating. Here heating is not required. But if you treat primary alcohols, CH2OH, this is N-butyl alcohol, ZnCl2 plus HCl, HCl, here no reaction, right? So in this way, tertiary, primary alcohols, this is primary, this is secondary, this is tertiary. These alcohols can be differentiated using Lucas test or Lucas reagent, that is equimolar mixture of HCl and ZnCl2, right? Then question number 7, which is more acidic, phenol or carboxylic acid? Phenol, if you compare always, any group containing carboxylic acid group is more acidic, right? So carboxylic acid is more acidic than that of phenol. So next question, Lieberman's test is used for which class of compounds? So Lieberman's test is used for phenols, for identification of phenols. Another one also, if you add neutral ferric chloride, that due to formation of one violet complex, that is phenol is identified. But here question is Lieberman's test. So what happens? Lieberman's test, alcohols, that is phenols, when treated with concentrated H2SO4 with NaNO2, 2NaNO2, sodium nitrite, it forms what? Nitrous acid, 2HNO2 plus sodium sulfate, Na2SO4. Then this nitrous acid, HNO2 means HONO. This way, HNO2, that reacts with phenol. Now, phenol reacts with nitrous acid and it forms what? Para-nitrosophenol. Here, NO. This is para-nitrosophenol. Again, this para-nitrosophenol reacts with another phenol here. So it forms what? Indophenol, which is red. This is indophenol. Indophenol. This is red. Then again this indophenol in presence of base sodium. This one. This indophenol. In presence of sodium hydroxide, it forms what? Blue coloration. That is here Na plus O minus, then this is blue in color, right? So this is Lipperman's test. Next one, name a reagent used to detect carbonyl group in a compound. So carbonyl group, it is 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine. With 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine, it forms addition product. All carbonyl group in theory already you have studied. Then, so what happens? It forms when, for example, CH3 C double bond 2H aldehyde treated with 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine. H2N and H. Hydrazine is hydrazine H2N. Hydrazine, but here 2, 4. This is 1, 2, 4. 2, 4 phenylhydrazine. 2, 4 dinitro phenylhydrazine. It forms what? Addition product CH3 CH double bond N NH. It's better you will show in this way. Just remove water, then you write N and H, then rest everything is same. Here NO2, here also NO2. So this is acetaldehyde and this one acetaldehyde 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone. This is addition product. If you consider also ketone, in this way you can write here addition product. Just here CH3 C, then double bond. Here instead of, then you will get N, NH, then rest everything. This one addition product. So 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine is used to detect presence of carbonyl group. Carbonyl groups forms an addition product with 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine. Right. The next question. Name two tests which distinguish aldehydes and ketones. These are very common. Tollens reagent and Fehling solution. So Tollens reagent is, here only tests are asked. You can mention only test, Tollens reagent and Fehling solution. Aldehydes are oxidized in presence of mild oxidizing agent like Tollens reagent, that is here Tollens reagent, that is ammoniacal silver nitrate solution. When aldehydes, let us consider CH2 in presence of this one, it forms what? Acid, easily oxidized, and silver mirror is formed, right? This one, silver mirror. Two H and 2H2 ammonia, right? Then this one aldehydes form, and so but this is Tollens test, ammoniacal silver nitrate ammoniacal silver nitrate solution, it forms silver mirror, right? But ketones doesn't, ketones are not oxidized, so negative, that means aldehydes gives positive Tollens test, and ketones they don't respond they don't form silver mirror. Then another one, Fehling test. Fehling test is Fehling solution, Fehling A and Fehling B, right? Fehling A is what? Objective question may be asked. Fehling A is what? Aqueous copper sulfate, and Fehling B, that is alkaline sodium potassium tartarate. Sodium potassium tartarate, also known as Rochelle salt. Then aldehydes give which color? Red brown precipitate. That means when aldehydes, here I am writing, when aldehydes treated with Fehling solution, minus, just you can say here aldehydes are oxidized, RCO minus Cu2O. This is red brown precipitate. Red brown precipitate, and here plus 3H2. So just red brown precipitate aldehydes form with Fehling's solution, Fehling A and Fehling B. At first Fehling A equimolar mixture of Fehling A and Fehling B is prepared. Fehling A is what? Aqueous copper sulfate solution, and Fehling B is alkaline sodium potassium tartarate, that is also known as Rochelle salt, right? So in this way you can answer. Then what is Tollens reagent? Already I have discussed, ammoniacal silver nitrate solution. And what is the use of Skipp's reagent? Skipp's reagent, that is used for detection of aldehydes, right? So aldehydes here, but ketones they don't give positive test, this one for detection of aldehydes. Reagent is used. Then aldehydes form what? Pink, red or magenta color with Skipp's reagent, right? But remember, Skipp's reagent should not be warmed while performing this experiment, and benzaldehyde, the pink color develops slowly in case of benzaldehyde. And Skipp's reagent should not be treated with alkalis, otherwise that pink color develops even if in absence of aldehyde group, right? And then what is Rochelle salt? Already discussed, alkaline what? Sodium potassium tartarate, sodium potassium tartarate. And what is Fehling solution? Already discussed, Fehling A and Fehling B. Fehling A is aqueous copper sulfate solution, and Fehling B is alkaline sodium potassium tartarate. Then what is the application of carbyl amine reaction? Remember, carbyl amine reaction, it is used for what? Amines, and aliphatic and aromatic amines also. Here carbyl amine reaction, already we have studied in theory CHCl3 chloroform KOH. If you hit, then RNC isocyanate plus 3HCl plus 3H2, right? So this is carbylamine reaction. So for primary amines they give carbylamine reaction. So this is all for today's session, and these are answers for all the questions. And in next session we will discuss some more Viva questions based on other practicals. Thank you all.